Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to break down the APPSC Degree Lecturer Computer Applications, a previous paper of the year 2016. There are actually 150 questions in this paper. Each question carries 2 marks, and here we will cover first 75 questions in part 1 and the remaining 75 questions in part 2. I will explain complex concepts in simple terms and provide tips and tricks to help you as the exam. So, whether you are a beginner or an experienced one, this video is for you. Let's start the video. What are we predicating by the logic for all x belongs to y, loyal to x comma y. For all x there exists y loyal to x comma y. So here the predicate logic, that is first order logic, is used to express statements about objects and their relationship. The correct interpretation of the given logic is that everyone is loyal to at least one person, which matches the answer everyone is loyal to someone. The field that investigates the mechanism of human intelligence is, that is, cognitive science. Next, AI computing focus on dash and conventional computing focus on dash and dash. Conventional computing works mainly with data, that is raw facts and information, whereas AI computing extends beyond that to focus on knowledge. AI systems learn from data and information to create intelligent models that mimic human decision making. So option 3, that is knowledge, data and information, is the correct answer. An inference rule that says if you know x and you know that if x is true, then y is true, then you can conclude y is. So which rule it follows? It follows the modus ponens rule, that is option 2. Modus ponens is a fundamental rule in propositional logic used in reasoning. It states that if P tends to Q, P implies Q. If P, then Q is true. That means if P is Q, then Q will become true. So this type of logical principle is widely used in the AI programming and automated reasoning. So here option 2 is the correct answer. Which one of the following is a blind search? So here we have two types of searching strategies in AI, that is the informed search and uninformed search. In uninformed search, blind search will come. So blind search refers to searching algorithms that do not have additional knowledge about the goal state beyond the problem definition. So here BFS explores. BFS means breadth first search. So it will explore all nodes at the current level before moving to the next level. So here we are using the FIFO, that is the queue structure for BFS. Whereas in DFS, that is a depth first search, so we'll explore the nodes as deep as possible from the root node to the child node before backtracking. So we use last in first out rule in the stack structure. So both DFS and BFS do not use heuristics, making them blind search algorithms. So option 3 is correct answer. The intelligent agent senses through dash and takes actions through dash. Intelligent agents interact with the environment through the two components, that is the sensor. Sensor means a device that gathers information from the environment, that is through the cameras and microphones. Actuators means the device that performs the actions in response to agent decisions, that is for example motors, speakers, etc. So sensors and actuators is the correct answer. For example, a robot uses cameras, that is sensors, to detect the obstacles, and motors, that is actuators, to move. Local maxima, plateau, ridge are the difficulties in which searching algorithms. So they will come under the hill climbing search algorithm. Hill climbing search is an informal search algorithm that continuously moves towards higher value states to find the optimal solution. The algorithm can face three main difficulties, that is the local maximum, plateau and ridge. Next, A-star algorithm uses dash heuristic function to search any goal node. So answer is admissible function. The A-star algorithm is one of the best search algorithms that guarantees the shortest path. It uses an admissible heuristic function which never overestimates the cost to reach the goal. Next, an algorithm, if it is guaranteed to return an optimal solution if it exists, it is known as. So it is known as admissible. Right. So here an admissible function is a heuristic function that never overestimates the actual cost to reach the goal. So admissible is the correct answer. Wherever the optimal solution follows, then the function is admissible. Then next, A-star algorithm is also known as. So it is also known as the AND/OR algorithm. So why? Because we solved this A-star algorithm using the AND/OR graph. Raster systems display a picture from a definition in a frame buffer. So correct answer is frame buffer. A raster system stores images as pixel-based data in a frame buffer. The frame buffer is a dedicated memory space that holds the color and intensity values for each pixel. Raster graphics are commonly used in display screens such as monitors and TVs. A bilinear transformation can be simulated by the transformations. So it is simulated by rotation, stretching, inversion and translation. Linear transformations involve operations that change the position, size or orientation of the object in a 2D or 3D space. The fundamental linear transformation include the translation, that is moving an object without altering its shape, and rotation, rotating an object about an axis, and scaling or stretching, changing the size of the object, and inversion, reflecting an object across an axis. So these operations are performed mathematically using the transformation matrices. So next one, hue of a color is related to it. Hue represents the actual color of light and is directly related to its wavelength in the visible spectrum. Different colors correspond to different wavelengths of light, such as red, green, blue, etc. So luminance refers to brightness and saturation refers to the purity of a color. So correct answer is wavelength. If the eccentricity is less than 1, that is if E is less than 1, then conic is A. So if E is, so here eccentricity E defines the shape of a conic section. For circle it is 0. Whereas for ellipse it is less than 1, and for parabola it is equals to 1, and for hyperbola it is greater than 1. So ellipse has eccentricity less than 1, which is the correct answer. 3 is the correct answer. So for circle it is equal to 0, parabola equals to 1, ellipse less than 1, and hyperbola greater than 1. Yes. The refresh rate below which a picture flickers is. So here the refresh rate refers to how many times per second an image is refreshed on the screen, which is measured in hertz. If the refresh rate is below 30 hertz, the human eye perceives a flicker causing strain and discomfort. Modern displays use 60 hertz and 120 hertz or higher to ensure smooth motion and reduce flickering. So that is greater than 60 and 120. So we are using in the current modern displays. So option 2 is correct answer. Sorry, option 1 is correct answer. The physical layer of a network is. The physical layer of a network defines the electrical characteristics of signals passed between the computer and communication devices. So physical layer is a layer 1 of the OSI model responsible for transmission of raw data bits over a transmission medium. So it includes many hardware components like cables, switches and network interface cards. Next one. End-to-end connectivity is provided from host to host in. So end-to-end connectivity means ensuring that data is reliably delivered from the source to destination. So here transport layer is the correct answer that provides the end-to-end communication. Next. Which layer is not present in TCP/IP model? So from the given layers, session layer is not present. Next. Nyquist theorem talks calculate maximum data rate using the which formula? So it calculates the maximum data rate using the 2h log base 2 weak bits per second. Nyquist theorem states that the maximum data rate of a noiseless channel is given by this formula. It is useful for determining maximum transmission capacity in a channel without noise. It is a noiseless channel. So some of the questions will be asked like this about the formula for noisy channels and the noiseless channels. So these type of questions are already repeated in the net exam questions also. So frequently all these type of like TCP/IP model functions, TCP/IP model layers, OSI model functions, layers, protocols. So these type of questions were repeatedly asked in the previous papers. LANs can be connected by devices called dash which operate in the data link layer. So here bridges operate at the data link layer, that is the layer 2 of the OSI model. So here at layer 1, that is in the physical layer, hub is working. We are using the device hub, and in layer 2 we are using the device switch, and for layer 3 we are using the router, firewall and layer 3 switch, and for layer 4 we are using the gateway device to connect the different networks. And at layer 5, 6, 7 we are using the servers, browsers and clients. Two different networks can be connected by using. So two different networks can be connected by using the gateway. A gateway is a networking device that connects to two different networks that may use the different protocols. So we have seen this in the last diagram, right? So use the gateway in layer 4. So which of the following is not a routing algorithm? Traffic shaping is not a routing algorithm. Routing algorithms are used to determine the best path for data packets. Link state and distance vector are routing algorithms used in networking, whereas the broadcast is a method of sending data but not an algorithm. And traffic shaping is a network traffic management technique that controls the data flow but not a routing algorithm. So here traffic shaping is the correct answer. Dash is a device that receives a radio signal, strengthens it and sends it on. A repeater. Right. Repeater is a device that receives a weak signal, amplifies it and retransmits it to extend the range of network. So it is used in the Wi-Fi for wireless networking technology, and the Wi-Fi is a wireless networking technology, but hub is a network device that connects multiple computers but doesn't amplify signals. So here the repeater is the correct answer. Next. What is the main reason for developing ISO OSI model for networks? The OSI model was developed to create a universal standard for communication between different devices and networks. Before the OSI model, manufacturers had their own networking protocols that were not compatible with each other. So here the correct answer is standards were needed to allow any two systems to communicate. Which layer functions as a liaison between user support layers and network support layers? So that is the transport layer. Transport layer, that is layer 4, acts as an intermediary between the user support layers and the network support layers. So user support layers means session layer, presentation layer and application layers, and network support layers means physical layer, data link layer and network layers. It ensures reliable data transfer between devices and provides error detection, flow control and segmentation of data. In the IPv4 addressing format, the number of networks allowed under Class C address is. IPv4 Class C address are used for small networks and have a default subnet mask of 255.255.0. So here the Class C uses the 24 bits for network ID and 8 bits for host ID. So IPv4, the total length is 32-bit size. It is a 32-bit address. So here in 32-bit, 24 bits for network ID and 8 bits for host ID is assigned. So here the total number of networks allowed in the Class C is 2 power 21. So why? Because in the network ID, first 3 bits. So Class C starts with the first 3 bits are allocated reserved for the class identification, that is 110. So this is already allocated. If you remove 25 minus 3, then 21. So that's why the number of networks allocated for Class C is 2 power 21. So 21 bits are assigned for the network address. So here the answer is not properly mentioned. Actually the correct answer is 2 power 21. Which are the following flip-flop is free from race around problem? That is the master JK flip-flop. The race around problem occurs in JK flip-flops when both the inputs, that is J equals to 1 and K equals to 1, causing an indefinite toggling within the same clock pulse. A master-slave JK flip-flop prevents this issue by using two flip-flops, master and slave, connected sequentially. So the correct answer is the master-slave JK flip-flop. The number of full and half adders required to add 16-bit numbers are. So answer is 1 half adder and 15 full adders. In binary addition, the first bit addition doesn't require a carry in, so a half adder is used for. So 1 half adder is used for. So 1 half adder is used for least significant bit, LSB. Okay. Next, the remaining 15 bits require full adders because each addition includes a carry from the previous bit. Okay. So that's why full adders, that is 15 full adders are required to perform the addition by taking the carry from the previous bit. A full adder adds 3 inputs and produces a sum and carry out. So therefore, for 16-bit addition, we need one half adder and 15 full adders. So here the correct answer is option 3. An example of a tautology is. So example of tautology is X or negation X. Suppose if you are considering X as true, so then true or negation true is false. So true or false is equals to true only, right? So if you substitute some values here in the given options, then you will get that. So tautology means all the statements must be true in a table. So here the all the statements, here the statement is true. So that's why it is a tautology. Next. The idempotent law in the Boolean algebra states that. So it states that x plus x equals to x. Idempotent law in Boolean algebra states that applying the same operation multiple times do not change the value of the variable. So you may use any operator, that is AND operator or operator, then it will result in the same value. Next, the proposition P implies Q and negation Q or P is equivalent to. So here, so P implies Q means negation P or Q, and negation Q or P. So negation Q or P. Right. So here this is following the order, that is P implies Q and Q implies P. So P implies Q and Q implies P. So that's why correct answer is option 4. How many flip-flops are required for a mod 16 counter? So here the mod 16 counter, right? So using the mod 16 counter. A mod n counter requires k flip-flops where k is the smallest integer satisfying, that is 2 power k, which is greater than or equals to n. So here the n stands for the counter and k stands for the number of flip-flops. For a mod 16 counter, we need to count from 0 to 15. So here we take the smallest k such that 2 power k is greater than or equals to 16 here, right? So here we are considering the values from 0 to 15. That means for 16 bits, so we have the 2 power 4 that equals to 16 bits. So we need 4 flip-flops here. We need the number of flip-flops we need is 4 flip-flops. So the answer is 4. The number of control lines for a 8 to 1 multiplexer is. So correct answer is 3 because it follows the 2 cube. The gray code for decimal number 6 is equivalent to. So gray code is a binary numeral system where two successive values differ in only one bit. The decimal to gray code conversion for 6 decimal is 0101. The gates required to build a half adder are. A half adder is a combinational circuit that adds two binary digits and produces two outputs, that is a sum and a carry output. To perform this, we need to the required gates to build a half adder are XOR and AND gates. In order to implement an n variable switching function, a multiplexer must have 2 power n inputs. So multiplexer means a combination logic circuit used to implement switching functions. For n variable function, the required number of inputs is 2 power n. The worst case complexity of a quicksort is. So worst case complexity of quicksort is big O of n square. So we must be aware of the time complexity of the different sorting and searching algorithms. So that is worst case, average case, best case. So you have to remember these things. And the quicksort is a divide and conquer algorithm that selects a pivot and partitions the array into two sub-arrays. If the pivot chosen is always the smallest or largest element, the array is divided unevenly in each recursive call. So that's why it is a big O of n square. The worst case time complexity of medsort is. So it is a big O of n log n. So medsort is also a divide and conquer algorithm that recursively splits the array into two halves, sorts them and then merges them back. Next. Which of the following sorting procedures is the slowest one? So bubble sort is the slowest one because it works by repeatedly swapping the adjacent elements if they are in the wrong order. Next, the recurrence relation capturing the optimal execution time of towers of Hanai problem with n disk is. So it is a 2t of n minus 1 plus 1. Towers of Hanai is a classical recursive problem where we need to move n disk from one peg to another using an auxiliary peg. Next, which of the following sorting methods would be most suitable for sorting a list which is almost sorted? So for almost sorted list, we need insertion sort. Insertion sort has a best case time complexity of big O of n when the list is nearly sorted, making it highly efficient for sufficient for the such cases. The running time of insertion sort is, so insertion sort runs in big O of n square in the worst case, as each element has to be compared and moved. A sort which compares adjacent elements in a list and switches where necessary is the insertion sort. Next one. The correct order of the efficiency of the following sorting algorithms according to their overall running time comparison is. So the option 4 is the correct answer. That is the bubble sort. So best case time complexity of these algorithms are, for bubble sort it is the big O of n square, for selection sort it is the big O of n square, and for insertion sort it is the big O of n. So option 4 is the correct answer. A sort which iteratively passes through a list to exchange the first element with any element less than it and then repeats with a new first element is called. So it is called as the insertion sort. A primary key for an entity is, primary key must be unique one, right? So it is a unique attribute or a set of attributes that uniquely identifies a record in a database table. Aggregate functions in SQL are. Aggregate functions perform calculations on multiple rows of a dataset and return a single value such as sum, count, average, minimum and maximum. So option 2 is the correct answer. If a relation is in 2NF and 3NF normal forms, then so in 3NF all the non-prime attributes must depend only on the primary key and not on any other non-prime attribute. So that's why option 4 is the correct answer. Prime attribute is functionally independent of all non-prime attributes. Which normal form is considered adequate for relational database design? So it is a third normal form. Third normal form ensures that non-key attributes depend only on the primary key and not on non-key attributes. Next. Which normal form is considered adequate for the data type created by data abstraction process is called. It is called as the abstract data type. A super key for an entity consists of. A super key is any set of attributes that uniquely identifies a record. It can contain one or more attributes. So option 4 is correct answer. Which of the following sets of keywords constitutes a mapping in SQL? So it is a select, from, where. The complexity of a binary search algorithm is. Binary search is an efficient searching algorithm that works on a sorted array by repeatedly dividing the search interval in half. So it is a big O of log n. The operation of crossing each element in the list is known as. It is known as a traversal. Traversal means visiting each element in a data structure. The postfix for a string is ABC plus minus D into the actual string will be. So in the postfix notation, that is the reverse polish notation, a way of writing expressions without parentheses. So here ABC plus minus D into will be written as. So we can write this one as, so what is the corresponding operator for BC here? It is a plus. So A, B plus C, and so what is the corresponding operator of A here? That is a minus. So A minus B plus C, and the nearby operator of D is into B. So A minus B plus C into B is the correct answer here. Next, the algorithm that will effectively sort an array that is nearly sorted except for the interchange of some adjacent pair of numbers. So here the correct answer is the bubble sort. For an undirected graph with n vertices and e edges, the sum of the degree of each vertex is, it is 2e. So this is the sum of the degree of vertices theorem. So the sum of degree of all vertices must be equal to 2 times the edges. Next, assume that the algorithms considered here sort the input sequence in ascending order. If the input is already in ascending order, which of the following are true? So option 4 is correct answer, 1 and 4 only. So option 1 and 4 only. That is quicksort and insertion sort. Quicksort and insertion sort only. Next one. A full binary tree with n leaves contains. So a full binary tree with n leaves contains 2n minus 1 nodes. If rare equals to maximum size minus 1, rare will become 0. Else rare will be incremented by 1 pointer. Right? So this is the question given. Actually, so this is applicable for the circular cube. In circular cube, if the rare value, the rare pointer here is it is not maximum size minus 1. So the maximum size for the given cube is 7. So maximum size minus 1 means 6. Right? But here the rare is not pointing to 6 here, it is pointing to 2. Okay, so if it is pointing to 6 means then we will make the rare as 0. That means we will increment the pointer to 0. Okay, but here rare is not pointing to maximum value. Right? So that's why what happens here, else rare equals to rare plus 1. That means increment the rare by 1 value. So rare now points to 3. Right? It will get incremented here. So this is how the circular cube works. So option 1 is the correct answer. Next, how much extra space is used by the heap sort? Heap sort is an in-place sorting algorithm, meaning it doesn't require additional space proportional to the input size. It only requires a constant amount of extra space, that is the big O of 1, for swapping the elements. The data structure required for BFS on a graph is, it is a cube. So these points are also repeated. So the data structure used in the BFS search tree, BFS, and the data structure used in the DFS. Okay. So these are repeatedly asked. Next, data scrubbing is which of the following? A data scrubbing is also called as a data cleansing, is the process of detecting and correcting errors in data before it is loaded into the data warehouse. It ensures that data is accurate, complete and consistent before being stored. This step is critical for maintaining data integrity. So option 4 is correct answer. The active data warehouse architecture includes which of the following? An active data warehouse is a system that continuously updates the data and allows for real-time decision making. It must be able to extract data from multiple sources, including internal databases, external data feeds, and third-party sources. So option 2 is the option 4 is the correct answer. A goal of data mining includes which of the following? So data mining is the process of discovering patterns, correlations, and useful information from large data sets. One of its main goals is to explain observed events or conditions using hidden patterns in data. It is not just confirming the data is existing or creating a data warehouse. Instead, it is about extracting the useful knowledge. A snowflake schema is which of the following types of tables? A snowflake schema is a type of database schema used in the data warehouse. It is a normalized version of the star schema where dimension tables are further split into subtables. This helps in reducing the redundancy and improving data integrity. So correct answer is dimensions, not all given options. The generic two-level data warehouse architecture includes which of the following? A two-level data warehouse architecture consists of data sources, data warehouse, layer. So option 2 is the correct answer. For fact tables are which of the following? A fact table stores quantitative data for analysis and reporting. It maintains relationship with the multiple dimension tables in a star or snowflake schema. To ensure efficiency, it is completely normalized, meaning it avoids redundancy and organizes data in an optimal way for fast retrieval. Data transformation includes which of the following? Data transformation refers to converting data into a suitable format for analysis and processing. A common transformation process involves summarizing detailed data into a higher level summary. So option 1 is correct. A digital signature is an encrypting information. A digital signature is a cryptographic technique used for authentication and security. It ensures data integrity and authenticity by encrypting the signature using a private key and verifying it using a public key. Next. Which of the following clustering algorithms is applicable for grouping nearly 10,000 data points in 10 mutually exclusive clusters? So answer is K-means clustering. K-means clustering is a popular partitioning algorithm that groups large data sets into K clusters based on similarity. It is efficient for large-scale data, and agglomerative and divisive clustering are hierarchical methods that are computationally expensive for large data sets. And DB-scan is best for density-based clustering. Next. An e-business that allows consumers to select their own descriptions for products and services like blogs is following which e-business model? So it is following the consumer to business model. So consumer to business is where individuals offer products or services to the business. Kerberos is an encryption-based system that uses. Kerberos is a network authentication protocol that uses secret key cryptography asymmetric encryption to authenticate users securely. It is designed to provide secure authentication over an untrusted network. Public and private key encryption is not used in Kerberos for primary authentication. So, secret key encryption is the correct answer. Next. A firewall is a security system that monitors and controls incoming and outgoing network traffic. It can be implemented as hardware or software to create a barrier between a private internal network and the public internet to prevent unauthorized access. Firewalls use rules and policies to filter traffic and protect against cyber threats. So it is a software or hardware to isolate a private network from a public network. Next, last question. So LDAP stands for. So LDAP stands for Lightweight Directory Access Protocol. This is a protocol used to access and manage directory information service over a network. Widely used for storing user authentication details in Active Directory and other directory services. So this is about the first 75 questions in the APPSC Computer Applications 2016 previous paper. So the remaining questions we will discuss in the next video, part 2 video. Thanks for watching.